Hi there, and welcome to Cable Co-op Sports Action. I'm your host, Greg Wren, along with Ben Elgin here, and we're going to be covering softball today from Gunn High School. We have the Palo Alto Vikings and the Gunn Titans. Paly currently 2-4 in league, 4th place, while Gunn 6-0 and leading the league. And Ben, today we got something special. We got a real pitcher's duel going on.
That's right, and you don't see many of those anymore. And we got Jen Meyer throwing for Paly, and she is 6-1 overall. However, Paly has fallen to 2-4 in league because she's been hurt. And for Gunn, we have Hillary Parker. Gunn is 7-2 overall, and Parker is 7-2 overall, while Gunn is in first place, and Parker is 5-0 in league, so she's unbeaten in league play so far.
So stay right there. Keep it tuned to Cable Co-op Sports Action. We'll be right back after this. And welcome back to Gunn High School. Here on top, Cable Co-op Sports Action, we have the Gunn Titans versus Paly Vikings in softball. We're just about ready to throw out the first pitch. And Ben, give us the starting lineup today.
Yeah, let me give you the Gunn defense right now. And we got Hillary Parker pitching. She's a junior, and overall her record is 7-2, and in league she's undefeated, 5-0. Behind the plate we have Kamala Saxton. Over at third base, we have Heather Jacoby. At shortstop, there's Julie Berry. And at second base, we have Alicia Seeger. At first base, we have sophomore Carrie Kenny. And then in the outfield, we have Jean Decker in left, Kim Fuller in center, and Leslie Hubbard in right.
And so we're just about ready to get it started.
That's
Parker,
right.
We're warming up there.
And
5-0 in league. That's a pretty impressive match. Record there.
Yeah, Gunn is first place in Scavals, while Paly, who is 2-4 in league, is in 4th place.
Still though, Paly against Gunn, no matter what the record, it's going to be an intense game, no matter what.
That's right. The Paly lost the previous matchup, in a heartbreaking loss.
It was 1-0, right? That was in 12 innings.
Yeah, it was a pitcher's duel. Parker against Meyer. Jen Meyer, the Paly pitcher.
5 hits total in that one. That was truly a game to see, and the amazing part about it was 12 innings, and a normal softball game lasts only 7.
That's right.
5 extra innings.
And here is Brittany Koch to lead it off for Paly.
Parker getting set.
Strike one.
Good way to start it off for Parker.
You can see the velocity that Parker gets on her pitches. Quite amazing for an underhand pitcher.
It's definitely not the adult league softball you see over in the park every day or so.
She fouls it off, stays alive.
So we got an 0-2 count here for Brittany Cook.
She is Paly's third baseman, and she's a senior.
Parker winding up.
Check swing. The peel to the first base. And she's out.
Strikeout number 1 for Hillary Parker. Very impressive. Coming up to bat next, number 9 for Paly, Jen Meyer. Meyer, the pitcher for Palo Alto, 6-1 in league, man.
That's right. She's
6-1
overall. That's right.
Yeah.
Paly's 2-4 in league. They had a very good preseason. I guess their hitting slacked off a little during league. Gets a piece of that one.
Well, deal foul ball. And in fact, Meyer's only loss came to these very same Gunn Titans.
That's right.
So,
Line in the pitch. That one sails along. Must have slipped out of Hillary's hand there.
well, got a 1-1 the count. Meyer up at bat.
A little late on that one. I don't think Jen Meyer was really prepared for the velocity on that pitch.
Strike 2 for Parker.
Called
Yeah.
strike 3, the second K of the inning for Hillary Parker.
That's 2 out of 2 so far for Parker. Not a bad way at all to start it off. Coming up for Paly now.
We're looking at Kate Chillstone, the Paly catcher.
also a senior.
Takes that one low. We got quite a good heart of the order here for Paly with Kate Shillstone hitting third and Ann Fuji hitting fourth. A great power duo.
1-0 Shillstone. 1-1.
Evens up the count.
The most amazing thing about this game, Ben, is the intensity that both teams displayed before the game. Just watching them warm up, you can tell that they're both really into this game. And, you know, even if the records don't matter, whoever wins this game is bragging rights to the city of Palo Alto.
That's right. The rivalries between Paly and Gunn is not only on the basketball court and the football field, but it's also on the baseball and softball diamonds.
Well, pretty much every sport. Oh! Shillstone hits it hard. And number 12 for Gunn.
Second baseman Alicia Seeger.
Seeger, in fact, was a last-minute substitute when Kwanzaa Brown for Gunn couldn't play, and so Seeger just stepping in just before the game, and as a matter of fact, filling in admirably here. She gets the third out, Kate Shillstone. And the Vikings go down in order.
All right, let me give you the Vikings defensive setup here. We got the battery with Jen Meyer pitching and Kate Shillstone catching. Both of them are seniors, and they've been playing together for a couple years now and are one of the best and most seasoned batteries in the league. Over at third base, we have Brittany Cook, and at shortstop, we have Ann Fuji.
She's a junior, isn't she, Ben?
That's right. And over at second base, we have Barb Cannon, a junior as well. And at first base, we have sophomore Sarah Conley. In the outfield, we have Sheena Brown in left, Jenny Fultz in center, and Jessica Grieg in right. And we do have a substitution in the outfield because Kate Torgerson, normally a starter, injured her foot, which will leave the Vikings a little bit handicapped, but
nonetheless, quite a powerful starting lineup, even without Torgerson.
That's right.
And, you know, it's got the good mixture. We've got a couple seniors there, and Meyer and Shillstone, and then even a couple of sophomores with
That's right.
Sarah Conley and
it's a fairly young club, yet the battery, the pitcher-catcher combination are both seniors.
All right, stepping up the plate now for the Titans. Number 11, Julie Berry.
To shortstop.
Jen Meyer is the pitcher for Paly. Waiting for something. All right, Meyer steps up to the rubber.
Strike one.
Right in there.
Swung and missed. And both Kate Shillstone and Jen Meyer, as juniors last year, were named All-League Scavals.
So Gunn Titans are really facing a uphill battle here, but then again, so are the Vikings against Hillary Parker. Ball gets away from Shillstone.
1-2's the count.
Meyer in the windup. 2-2 the count for Meyer. And
popped up, and Barb Cannon hauls that one in over at second base. Ball goes around the infield.
so Meyer gets the first batter out. Coming up next, number 18, Carrie Kenny. Kenny, the first baseman and sophomore for Gunn. Let's get the dust off the plate.
She's moving up in the batter's box against Jen Meyer.
In there, strike one. Ooh, catches her swinging. Strike two.
Yeah, that ball seemed rather low, but when you're up that far in the box, it appears to be higher, and then when it crosses the plate, it's at about your ankles.
course.
One of the disadvantages of stepping so far up in the batter's box.
That ball is really moving fast out there. People think you can throw harder overhand, but Meyer and Parker especially are able to really whiz that thing in there. I mean,
that's
it
right.
is no party to hit out there.
Swung on and missed, got her swinging.
Strike 3 for Meyer.
It's a third strikeout in the game, combined with Hillary Parker of Gunn. And now we're looking at Hillary Parker herself, the battle of the pitchers right here. Both of these pitchers on each team can hit really well, Greg, because we got Hillary Parker here hitting third in the order, and Jen Meyer hits second for Paly.
All-around players with both of them, as Meyer gets it in there for strike 1. Off Meyer's glove.
And throws her out.
3 up, 3 down for the Titans as we head to the top of the second.
And it looks like for Gunn next inning, they will be throwing Hillary Parker at Barb Cannon, Jenny Faltz, and Sheena Brown. After that, we have Jessica Krieg and Sarah Conley. After that, we're back to the top of the order with Brittany Cook.
And we were talking to the Kathy Dominguez, the coach of the Vikings, before the game. She was telling us that Jennifer Meyer, the pitcher for Paly, has been sick lately. However, she thinks that she's back to 100%, and from that first inning there, Ben, I mean, you can't really argue with her there.
Yeah, that's right, and yeah, very impressive first inning right there. But Meyer was injured a little bit before, and the Vikings are really handicapped by that because their pitching depth isn't as strong. Most softball teams, like they have one main pitcher who pitches almost every game, and if that pitcher gets hurt, that team's in a lot of trouble. And that's, I think, one of the reasons why the Vikings were crippled so badly, and that's why their record is 2-4. They're really a great team when they're healthy.
Mm-hmm. But Meyer looks like she's back to 100%, and right now that's all that matters. As we have Ann Fuji for the Vikings, as Palo Alto stepping up to the plate.
Start of the second inning here, 0-0.
Fuji, a junior, plays shortstop. Parker in the windup. Ball 1 for Fuji.
Takes a mean cut at that one and comes up empty. This rivalry here between Palo Alto and Gunn is pretty intense on the field, but you can often see these players smiling at each other and stuff because they live in the same city and went to the same junior high school, and a lot of these players are good buddies here. Swings at a high one there.
Count now 1-2 for Fuji. Parker.
Just got a piece of that one. Looks like the outfielders are playing her a little deeper than before. They're playing her to hit towards right field, probably because the velocity of Parker's pitching.
Strikeout number 3 for Parker. That's actually 3 out of 4 so far in 2 innings.
Very impressive.
Mighty impressive. We were right in the middle of a pitcher's duel, so if you're
That's right.
just tuning in, sit down and watch us, kick back and relax. We got dandy game going here.
Now we have Barb Cannon, Palo Alto's second baseman, a junior. Swings at a low one.
Strike 1.
0-1. Yeah, Gunn's outfield seems to be playing almost every Paly batter towards the right field line. Because if they get a hold of one, that's where it's going to go. It's very unlikely with that velocity they're going to pull one down the left field line.
0-2 to Cannon.
Misses low.
1-2 the count here. Cannon receiving her signals from Coach Kathy Dominguez. Strike 3.
Caught her on the check swing.
That's number 4 for Parker.
We have the battle of the strikeouts right here, and I think we're going to see quite a matchup. Meyer versus Parker.
And now up for Palo Alto.
Looks like Jen Fultz.
Sarah Conley, actually.
No, Jen Fultz. Palo Alto center fielder, number 10.
Fultz is junior. Center fielder for Paly.
A lot of the even for Paly, they're moving up in the batter's box. And 3 quick ones, and they have Jen Fultz out.
That's 5 Ks.
5
so far
Ks
for
out of
Hillary
6
Parker.
batters. Not a
bad.
base runner. All right, and for next inning for Gunn, we're going to be looking at, in their batting order, Kamala Saxton, Leslie Hubbard, and Jean Decker. This is quite a pitcher's duel, and I don't think we'll see much offensive prowess here, Greg.
No, in fact, coach for Paly before the game said that whoever makes contact with the ball, whoever can get that few hit will come in with the victory, and they have to take advantage of every hit they get because there are going to be so few of them here today.
That's right, and then in past games, errors have played key roles in victories because the hits are so few, and then when you get one base runner and a key error, you've got that run, and often games are decided by that one run.
Well, according to both coaches, both for Paly and Gunn, the teams have really started coming together offensively. Their offensive production and hitting has been way up as of late. However, not so far in this game.
That's right. And catcher Kamala Saxton steps in.
Junior for Gunn. Meyer getting your signals. Winds up. That one's high for ball 1. Pops it up. Barb Cannon
hauls in her second of the day. They're getting a piece of Jen Meyer's pitching, but not good enough. They're just looping him over to Cannon at second base.
And an out's just as good as a strikeout. Next up for Gunn,
Leslie Hubbard.
number 22. Out there in right field. Strike 1.
No, Greg, I'm kind of confused as why all these batters are kind of so far up in the batter's box. They still have a room towards the back of the batter's box, and they should be using that room because none of them are getting around on Jen Meyer.
That'll be high for a ball. 1-1 the count. Make it 1-2.
It looks like they're just not prepared for these pitches that Jen's throwing them. Their swings aren't very strong. And there's another strikeout for Meyer. That's her second of the night. And the 7th in the ball game, and we're still in the second inning here, Greg.
The bottom of the second indeed. 2 outs, bottom of the second. Game tied 0-0. We're right in the middle of a pitcher's duel. Jen Meyer and Hillary Parker. Meyer is on the mound right now for Paly.
And Jean Decker steps in for Gunn. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Jen Decker.
Decker, the left fielder for Gunn.
Swung on and missed.
Fouls that
Fouled
one
it off.
Oh, and 2 the count. Here is Meyer looking for the last out of the inning. She got it.
Swung on and missed. And Greg, this is more of a pitcher's duel than I think we were planning for. Jen Meyer has 3 strikeouts, and Hillary Parker has 5 of them, a combined 8. And in 2 full innings, the most possible strikeouts you can have is 12, I think. So two-thirds of the batters have gone down swinging, and not a base runner yet.
So we move to the top of the 3rd.
A quick moving game here.
Still 0-0.
I can't see any fatigue in the pitchers either.
Well, I think we're going to have to wait a couple innings for that to show up. But
that's right. But in the later innings, towards the 6th and 7th inning, if one of the pitchers starts to fatigue, that could be the game right there.
All right. Top of the 3rd, we have Hillary Parker warming up.
And Greg, I think it's about time for our Game of the Week sports question.
Oh, of course. We've got sports trivia question coming up for you. And if you answer this right, what do they get, Ben? Nothing at all. That's right.
Nothing. But the pride of beating us as sportsmen. Me and Greg.
Anyway, since we're doing a softball game, we thought it might be appropriate to get a softball question up here.
That's right.
This one's easy. If you don't get this, you shouldn't really even call yourself a sportsman. The question, Ben. Who won the Division I women's softball title in the season of 1988-89? So to chew on that one for a while, we'll give you the answer at the start of the 7th inning.
All right.
And the way it's going right now, then, it shouldn't be too far away.
No kidding. And it looks like Sheena Brown's stepping in for Paly.
0-0, top of the 3rd. Brown takes the ball, 1-0.
Brown is Palo Alto's left fielder.
Only a sophomore. She'll be around for 2 more years.
1-1 the count. We're at the 7th spot in Palo Alto's order. Dominguez coaching Sheena on a swinging technique here.
Ooh. In the dust. Ball 2.
And this is the first time I've seen Hillary Parker fall behind to a hitter here.
It is.
She's going to have to come up with something good.
And as usual, she does. 2-2 the count. Brown setting up.
Gets a piece of that one just barely. 2-2 the count. Way up at her head, and that was just not a good pitch to swing at.
But she did, and that's the only thing that matters.
And the 6th K by Hillary Parker, pardon me, and we're just into the 3rd inning here.
Right game. In case you're wondering, the pitcher's mound in softball isn't the 60 feet 6 inches it is in baseball.
Yeah, it's a lot closer, and the base paths are a lot tighter in also.
Combined the velocity of the pitch is extremely fast, plus the distance, the short distance to the plate, and you see why so many pitchers are so dominating. And that'd be number 8, Jessica Gregg, trying the bunt, can't quite get it, fouls it back.
She's Palo Alto's right fielder. I think right now they're just trying to create anything, just a chance for an error, just to get the ball in play, A bunt's a good way to do it.
And
Parker calmly throws her out. 2 away.
Top of the 3rd, 2 out. And stepping up the plate, number 20, Sarah Connolly.
She's Palo Alto's first baseman, only a sophomore.
Conley fouls that one away. Anyway, getting back to our little story here, the velocity of the pitches and the closeness to the mound really makes it hard for these hitters to get themselves turned around and get the bat moving in time.
That's
Conley
right.
tries another bunt.
And these are little league size fields. Hardballers play on them when they're in between ages 9 and 12 about. But I guarantee it, this is a lot tougher. These pitches are going at least as fast as little league ball here.
Probably faster.
And Conley whiffs.
Goes down.
There's a 7th K for Hillary Parker. Jen Meyer has accounted for 3, and we're going into the bottom of the 3rd with the score 0-0.
So we got 10 strikeouts so far.
Next inning for Gunn, Jen Meyer will be facing the bottom part of Gunn's order, the 7, 8, and 9 hitters, and we're going to be looking at Heather Jacoby, Kim Fuller, and Alicia Seeger.
As Meyer warms up.
Quite a pitcher's duel we have here, Greg. They're always a joy to watch, even though you don't see that offensive prowess that excites the fans so much. You know, some good pitching is rare to find, but it's always nice.
Nolan Ryan has nothing on these two here.
Yeah.
As we start the top of the 3rd inning.
Bottom of the 3rd, Greg.
Bottom of the 3rd, excuse me. Still 0-0.
And let's check our K watch here. The K watch right now reads 10 Ks combined between the two pitchers. Parker with 7, Meyer with 3. However, Meyer has pitched 1 less inning than Parker.
And she's got an opportunity to gain 3 of them right here.
That's right. Let me tell you this: only two Paly batters have put the ball in fair territory. Neither for hits.
Strike 1 for Meyer as number 30, Heather Jacoby for Gunn.
She's their 3rd baseman.
Meyer with the windup. Pops it up.
Fouled beyond the screen. There was another check swing right there. The Gunn swingers just aren't taking really full cuts at Meyer's pitching.
Now we see Heather Jacoby there, stepping up to the plate. Meyer with the pitch.
And called out on strikes. So K-Watch now reads 11.
That's
as Meyer
4th.
chalks up her 4th K.
Stepping up to the plate for Gunn
Is
number 16, Kim Fuller.
Kim Fuller, a lefty, and let's see how the outfield reacts to that. It looks like they're hugging the right field line, so I guess they're playing her to pull Meyer.
Low.
Barely missed that.
1-0 they count.
And now they're adjusting the outfield.
That's up and in. Fuji
Hauls that one in. Similar to the 2 that were hit over to Barb Cannon earlier, you know. They don't really get the full bat on it and they just loft it to the opposite area, just a little blooper, and Fuji hauled that one in.
Stepping up to bat now, number 12, Alicia Singer, the 2nd baseman. Ooh, in the dust.
1-0 the count.
All right. Again, low for Meyer. Make it 2-0. Oh, high. Meyer falls behind 3-0. This is definitely.
No, actually, it's 2-1.
Excuse me.
She swung at an earlier pitch, but still, this is rare. You don't often see Meyer fall behind on a batter.
Ah, that was a powerful strike there.
Evens that one out, 2-2. Seeger's got to be looking to swing on this pitch.
Low, 3-2.
Just
count.
missed.
First time today we've seen that.
Payoff pitch.
Meyer winding up.
Swung on and missed. And
Swings on the outside pitch, and Meyer now 5 Ks.
yep, chalks up 2 this inning. And we've completed 3 innings here at Gunn High School, and the score is 0-0. And the K-Watch reads Hillary Parker with 7, Jen Meyer with 5, and the overall count is at 12. Very impressive.
Not bad for 6 half innings of play. Anyway, here we are warming up. Warming up for the top of the 4th inning now.
That's right, and we're going to be looking at Paly's top of the order here. And they're going to, now that every hitter's faced Hillary Parker once this afternoon, maybe they'll be getting a better feel for her like rotation and her velocity in the ball. So we're going to be leading off with Brittany Cook, and following her will be Jen Meyer, and then hitting third will be Kate Shillstone. And if they get something going, they have the power of Ann Fuji hitting 4. So the top of the order here. Throws down to second base, and the inning's just about to get underway here.
You see Brittany Cook taking a few practice swings.
If you watch the outfield on this next one, they're playing very shallow. I think Brittany Cook is considered a singles hitter and not much of a power threat here. But a very effective way to start off the inning with it.
If we can get the outfield. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Showing the outfield. In fact, the infield. And Cook takes a cut, misses, strike 1. Parker taking the signal with the throw. Cook another cut.
Chops at that one. But you gotta give it to the Paly ball players. They're up there and they're swinging the bat, and that's the only way something's gonna happen here.
0-2 to Cook. And Cook
dives into first base. Great effort by Brittany Cook, but to no avail.
still an out.
She hit that one on the nose, Greg, and I think we're gonna start seeing some offense here by the ball clubs.
Yeah, we certainly should.
That's probably the best hit ball here tonight, I have to say.
That one definitely had a chance to go by. Good play though by the
Shortstop
for Gunn.
Julie Berry.
Julie Berry. And up for Paly now, the pitcher.
We got the pitcher's duel here.
Jen Meyer.
Jen Meyer against Hillary Parker.
Meyer hits one up.
And gunned down by Berry.
Yeah. But Ben, that's the second time in a row we've seen a Paly batter get a good piece of pitch by Hillary Parker. Could this be a sign that they might be catching on to Parker?
That's right, and I'd be watchful of these next 2 hitters right here. Kate Shillstone and Ann Fuji, both are power hitters, and the outfielders are going a lot deeper here. What's especially important is that these hitters are pulling them over to shortstop. They're not hitting them to the opposite field, which means they're getting around on Hillary Parker. However, Hillary's chalked up 2 straight strikes here on Kate Shillstone.
Gonna count here of 0-2. Low. Ball 1. Parker setting up, winds up, the throw. And Shillstone. Parker is able to
throws high, and Shillstone showed her speed up the base paths there and almost beat that one out.
I don't know if you could see it from that shot, but Parker bobbled that and almost beat. His Shillstone was almost able to beat that one out.
Yeah, she was really getting up the line quickly. The throw was a little bit high, but Kenny was able to haul that one in. So we've gone through 3.5 innings of play here at Gunn, and the score remains 0-0. Saw the Paly bat starting to come alive there as Parker wasn't able to add to her total of 7 Ks, but we'll see if Gunn can start something up against Jen Meyer here. They got the top of their order coming up with Julie Berry leading things off, and after that, we've got Carrie Kenny and then Hillary Parker.
And Ben, it looks like we got some subs here for the Vikings. Coming in for at first base, number 28,
Heather Mellows.
Heather Mellows.
And in the outfield, we've got in right field.
Numbers. Center field, we've got number 71, Amy Frost.
No, actually, she's in right.
Excuse me, right field. Other than that, though, looks like the team is in order. So Mellows and Frost coming in. They will be replacing Sarah Conley and Jessica Gregg. The bottom two of the Paly order. Coming up for Gunn now.
We're looking at Julie Berry, their shortstop.
Bottom of the fourth. Score 0-0. We've got a no-hitter going here. And Ben, what's the K-Wash say?
Yeah, we got a no-hitter on both sides, and the K-Wash is 12 between them, 7 for Parker, 5 for Meyer.
Meyer throws it high. Ball one.
That one floats high too, and Meyer's behind on the count 2-0.
Ooh.
Jen Meyer had to come in with that one. She didn't want to run the count to 3-0, and Julie took a good cut at that one. 2-1's the count.
Whistles it right by her. Berry up at bat. Meyer the pitcher.
Tips that one, fair territory.
Tips it. And Berry unable to beat out the throw. Good play there by the pitcher, Jen Meyer. Able to get it and then throw it past the hard-charging Berry.
On to Mellows, who hauled that one in, and it was a very close play, similar to the one that Hillary Parker bobbled on the mound, barely gunning Kate Shillstone trying for first.
So we're beginning to get some offense here, at least some semblance of offense.
That's right.
Bats are connecting.
And we have Carrie Kenny.
And Kenny.
Lines one in the left, the first base hit of the night.
Kenny able to get the first hit on either pitcher. Right through the hole there between Sheena Brown and Ann Fuji and Kenny Fultz. And Kenny, the first batter of either team to reach safely on a single.
That's right. And she struck out last time up.
Now, the what Ming has said about taking advantage of opportunities really comes into play now. We got to see if
That's right.
Parker's able to advance Kenny, and they're able to get, capitalize on their opportunities. That's a ball.
Throw back to first. Mello puts the tag on, but too late. We're going to see some aggressive base running here out of Kenny because this is maybe their only opportunity of the game with Jen Meyer pitching there. Base runners are few and seldom.
Ooh. Whistles it by for strike one. 1-1 the count to the other pitcher, Hillary Parker.
Parker in her last at-bat hit back to Meyer.
Fouls it up and away. Gunn desperately trying to capitalize on the opportunity presented by Kenny's single. Count 1-2 though. Meyer with the windup. Oh, time called by the ump.
Lobs that one
pops it up, and Fuji steps under it.
And there's 2 away. An important out right there for Meyer. And now that she's going to be facing gun catcher Kamala Saxton. Last at bat, she blooped one to Barb Cannon at second.
Can see the Paly outfield. Well, actually, you can't see them, but they are playing back. Strike one for Meyer here against Saxon.
Dominguez yelling for the outfielders to play deeper. A lot of respect for the power-hitting Kamala Saxton.
And Meyer goes into a windup.
Swung on a miss, Gunn back.
We wait the call.
They got her. Kenny playing overly aggressive over there at first base, and she was challenging Shillstone every time, looking back at her, taking a sizable lead, and Shillstone called her and picked her off.
Great play there by both Shillstone to get it there and Mellows.
Yeah, Mellows puts the tag on
him.
That's the underestimated part of throwing out base runners is the baseman who makes the tag. Like the catchers often have to get it there in time, but if the
basemen have to put it down.
Yeah, that's right.
Quick as possible.
They often have the cleats flying at their arms, and they have to get it down. They don't have to. They have to get them on the hands or the feet, not on the waist.
Anyway, here we head into the top of the 5th inning. 0-0 the score.
That's right, and no Ks were added that inning.
However, one hit was, and so the no-hitter by both teams is spoiled.
Yeah.
But one hit over 4 innings.
4 complete innings of play. Quite a pitcher's duel here. And the K watch remains the same through the 4th inning. And going on into the 5th with 7 Ks for Hillary Parker and 5 for Jen Meyer of Paly. Next up for Paly in the top of the 5th, we're going to be looking at Ann Fuji, Barb Cannon, and Jenny Fultz. The 4th, 5th, and 6th hitters. A lot of power here.
As we take a look there at gun catcher Kamala Saxton, Paly batter Ann Fuji.
She's stepping in.
The man in blue. How can we forget him? We're all ready to start off the top of the 5th inning here. Hillary Parker setting up for her first pitch of the inning. And strike 1 right past Fuji.
Takes a big cut at that one.
Fuji stepping out of the batter's box, looks to her coach for signals, and we're back in.
Lays that one down,
Fuji,
and Kenny can't get a hold of that one, and Fuji beats it out for the first hit for Paly.
And again, we're back to taking advantage of opportunities.
That's
no outs.
That's right.
Fuji leads it off with a single.
A bunt single, actually. I don't know how they're going to score that one. Kerry Kenny over at first had a hard time picking that one up.
If we can take a look at the infield.
They're anticipating bunt by Barb Cannon. They want to get Fuji over to second where they can capitalize.
Parker
fouls that one off. And that's what they were talking about before, creating the base runners, and that's just what Fuji did, beating out that bunt.
Barb Cannon trying the bunt.
And it'll be no surprise to Gunn if she can get that one down successfully and softly. Fuji will get to second base. That's what she does. And great bunt by Barb Cannon, doing her job well.
Barb advances Ann Fuji to second base.
So we're looking at Fuji in scoring position with only 1 out. And we've got Jen Fultz, the center fielder, and Sheena Brown coming up next.
And I don't know if you can see it, but the outfielders are playing quite deep as Jen Fultz steps up.
Swings at one, Weaver head, passed ball. And
Fuji makes it to third. So Parker finally getting in some trouble here.
That's right, with only 1 out.
With only 1 out, Jen Fultz at the plate, and Fuji at third base.
So all Fultz has to do is hit a grounder to the middle infield, and that'll be enough to score Fuji from third.
Call it ball 2 for Parker.
And I think Fuji will be a little more cautious here on third base because we only have 1 out.
1 out, no need to take any chances.
That's right, and Sheena Brown's on deck. Looks like they were thinking suicide squeeze there.
Take a look at Fuji there on third base, trying to strike for home. This will be the third bunt in a row attempted by Paly if things go as they just did. Oh, and Fultz takes a cut at that one. Fouls it back. Over the backstop.
Dominguez is telling Fultz to lay off that high pitch there. And Paly's been swinging at a lot of those. Same with Gunn. They've been going for those pitches around the eyeballs.
Here we are on the top of the fifth.
She laid off that one. The ball bounces right back to Saxton, where Fuji cannot advance to home.
So Hillary Parker, that's 2 or 3 wild pitches we've seen today.
That's
she
right.
Seems to, for some reason, have lost her control. Either she's rattled by Fuji on third, or maybe growing a little bit tired. You have to see if she can make it out of this one.
Takes that one low, very close.
Full count here for Hillary Parker as she faces Jen Fultz.
She chops that one, and the play's going home. Fuji beats it.
Fuji slides in for the score.
Very tough play there. Barry picked it up and had her mind made up that she was going home and gunned it. But
in fact, the ball hit Fuji in the back, and that kept Saxon from
fielding the ball
over and tagging.
Nice physical collision there at home plate with both the catchers. Fuji, the starting catcher for Paly.
Fuji, sorry, man.
Oh,
Fuji's
I'm
the
sorry.
Shortstop.
That's right. Fuji's the shortstop. Shillstone is the catcher for Paly, and we're looking at
Sheena Brown stamping up.
And the threat is not over yet for Hillary Parker here, because we have a base runner on first and Jenny Fultz with only 1 out. And Sheena Brown swinging away.
So that's 2 hits now off of Hillary Parker.
That's right.
Fultz scoring Fuji, and before that, Fuji bunted down the line.
Again, they're trying to bunt Fultz to second, where she can be in scoring position for the right fielder. It looks like Krieg will be batting again.
Pops that one up, and
Saxton hauls that one in. Those pop-ups are trickier than they might seem, because right now we got a little breeze blowing.
The breeze, and of course there's always the sun.
That's right.
The old-fashioned excuse. 2 outs here. The top of the 5th inning. Palo Alto 1, Gunn nothing. Parker was working on a 7-strikeout no-hitter before Ann Fuji laid down a bunt. Then Barb Cannon got her over to second.
That's right, and then a pass ball.
Pass ball led her over to third, and then finally Jenny Fultz's single let Fuji score from third base.
And that's what you call manufacturing a run. A bunt single, bunt over to second, wild pitcher pass ball. And that's the inning right there. But Hillary Parker looks a little bit disappointed. Palo Alto has the lead 1-0 after 4.5 innings.
Now it's Jessica Gregg who popped up there. And here we go into the bottom of the 5th. Paly up on top, 1-0.
And it looks like we got Craig going back into right field. And Greg, as I was saying before, both coaches before the game were really concerned with manufacturing that one run that could win them the game. As we saw here, Fuji was up, and they had her bunting from the start, and then Parker bobbled the ball. No, I'm sorry, Kenny bobbled the ball, and she beat it out. Cannon laid down a picture-perfect bunt that got her over to second base, and after that, a wild pitch by Hillary Parker advanced Ann Fuji to third base. And she was at third base with 1 out when Jenny Faltz hit a grounder back to shortstop. Julie Berry gunned it home, but Fuji beat the throw, and Faltz got a base hit.
Okay, then we have another substitution in the outfield. Playing right field back now is Jessica Gregg. The outfielders are going to be playing gun batter
Kamala Saxton.
Kamala Saxton, the catcher, is up, and Paly outfield backing up deep.
Kamala Saxton was up at the beginning of Gunn's last at-bat, but Kenny was picked off first base, so she gets a new count and a new opportunity here.
Ball 1 for Meyer, starting off the bottom of the 5th inning. And gets her on that strike, 1-1 to Kamala Saxton.
Greg, over the past inning and a half, our K-Watch hasn't seen any change. The total with 12. Meyer chalked up 5, and Hillary Parker has 7.
Saxton fouls it off. 1-2 the count to Kamala Saxton. A ball for Meyer, 2-2 the count. Meyer stepping up to the plate. Saxton pops it up.
Oh, close play there. And the middle infield.
Is Fuji. And Cannon almost collide, but Fuji nonetheless able to pick it up.
That's right. And that's when both of them were calling the ball loudly, and I don't know, that's one of the problems in ball, especially in the outfield. You got a fly ball in between the outfielders, and both of them want to take it.
Yep.
Nonetheless, we have 1 away, and Leslie Hubbard steps to the plate. Meyer gets the called strike.
And a hard strike, but Faltz is able to pick it up.
That's got to be disheartening for the Gun players. I mean, Paly's just manufactured a 1-0 lead, and they really get a hold of one, but Faltz saws it in center. Good catch.
Getting back to Coach Dominguez's comments about whoever makes contact with the ball the most, that doesn't necessarily mean a hit, and I think today Gunn has been the one who's been able to at least pop up the most. However,
it made a lot of contact, yeah.
Paly is up 1-0.
Some skillful managing there by Kathy Dominguez. She played a role in manufacturing that run, calling for the bunts a lot. And here we have Jen Decker, who swings and misses.
For a strike.
Gunn's left fielder. And that got her, and we add another K to our K-Watch, Greg. That makes a total of 6 for Jen Meyer and 7 for Hillary Parker. We're looking at 13 in total.
As we look at the Paly Vikings huddling there, preparing for the top half of the 6th. Ben, who do we have coming up first?
Oh, for Palo Alto, going up against Hillary Parker, we've got, let me see here, we left off with Jessica, Jessica Grigg. And so we have
Heather Mellows.
Oh, yeah, Heather Mellows in for Sarah Conley at first base, leading things off. Then we go to the top of the order with Brittany Cook, Jen Meyer, Kate Shillstone, followed by Ann Fuji, the only run of the ball game. And Paly leads things 1-0 after 5 innings.
You're taking a look here at Hillary Parker, who's played quite a game. 7 strikeouts so far, even though her team is losing 1-0. Parker has definitely been almost overpowering, save for those 2 hits she gave up last inning. 7 Ks in 5 innings. Not bad.
Not bad at all. This will be Heather Mello's first appearance at the plate.
Parker. This is ball 1. Ooh. Mellos takes a cut at that. 1-1 the count here. Mellos digging in.
She takes a ball there.
2-1.
And Hillary Parker's really got to want this out here before going to the top of the order. Evens up the count.
2-2. Okay, for Hillary Parker.
Got her looking.
Brings a total of 8 for the game.
8 for Parker, rather.
8 for Parker.
And Brittany Cook, the leadoff hitter, steps in.
So we start off the top of the order here. In the top of the 6th. Hillary Parker, pitching to Brittany Cook, and Cook swings, get it in, out.
And once again, grounds out to the shortstop.
Julie Berry throws it. Carrie Kenny.
Brittany's gotten hitting the ball twice in a row, and both for pretty good contact. Back to the shortstop, but to no success. But they're getting the ball in play, and that's what got them their first run.
Low. Ball 1.
The pitchers are facing each other once again.
Jen Meyer and batting versus Hillary Parker. Meyer pops it up.
Good hustle by Carrie Kenny at first, but unable to come up with the ball as it bounces foul.
He's now got a count of 1-1. Jen Meyer up at the plate. Hillary Parker pitching from the mound. 1-0 Paly. Top of the 6th. Meyer hits it right back to Parker.
Goes for the easy out, and there's 3 outs.
3 outs. Finishes the inning.
So it looks like we're heading into the bottom of the 6th, and the score is 1-0 Paly, and the K-Watch reads 8 Ks for Parker, 6 Ks for Meyer, a total of 14. And what do you think, Greg? I think it's about time to give him that answer to the trivia question.
Okie doke. Bottom of the 6th. We call it the 6th inning stretch here at Gunn High School softball. The answer for all those waiting for the question actually was who won the Division I softball title, women's softball title in the season of 1988-89. The answer, UCLA, University of California at Los Angeles.
That's right.
So for all those who got it right, well, good job.
And for all those softball enthusiasts out there, the Division II champion was Cal State at Bakersfield. For those of you who are the softball experts.
And if you got that right, oh God, I admire you.
But you get absolutely nothing once again.
Anyway, moving to the bottom of the 6th inning. We see Palo Alto huddling on the pitcher's mound there.
And defense is the key right here. They've just got to shut down Gunn 2 more innings, and they've got the ball game. And it'll mean a lot to Palo Alto as they lost their last matchup.
1-0, as a matter of fact.
That's right.
12 innings.
Very ironic, the irony of softball, Greg.
In case you're wondering, softball is played only for 7 innings. So Gunn has 2 more half innings to try and get back in this one. Jen Meyer pitching to
for Gunn.
Up to bunt. Number 20.
Number 30. It looks like they have a sub in there.
That would be.
They were pitch hitting for
Heather Jacoby.
Yeah.
Heather
they weren't
Jacoby.
pitch hitting. That's right.
Jacoby tries the bunt, can't make it. Another bunt by Gunn.
Kim Fuller can't. Ooh, very good, very great play
close
by Jen Meyer. And
the second one in a row from
Kim
Meyer
Fuller
to second baseman Barb Gannon. Paly really hustling their infielders there. That's the second time in a row that they've done the pitcher to second baseman to get him out at first. We'll see if Gunn again tries the bunt.
That's right, and Gunn is really trying to manufacture a run as Paly did in the top of the 5th inning. Paly also started off with 2 bunts, getting a runner over to second base. Gunn not quite as successful.
Here, taking a look at Jen Meyer there, the Paly pitcher.
And Alicia Seeger, the Gunn second baseman.
Meyer working on a one-hitter here.
Yeah, that's right.
Alicia Seeger steps up to the plate for Gunn. And strike one for Meyer.
0-1's the count. Meyer has 6 strikeouts to her name.
Working on her 7th here. Fouls it off for strike 2. Take a look at some of the Paly infield. That's Heather Mellows there in the background. Jen Meyer walking across the center there. 0-2 the count to Alicia Seeger. Oh, Meyer throws it high. Ball 1.
It's not a bad pitch though, Greg, because on 0-2 you don't want to give the hitter much to swing at there.
Hopefully they'll take a cut, but Seeger had the eye there and got the ball instead.
Barely missed with that one.
2-2.
And now there's got to be something coming down pretty close to a strike there for Seeger. She should be looking to swing here.
And she does.
And that becomes the 7th K for Jen Meyer. And our K watch is heightening here, and we have a total of 15 Ks, 7 for Meyer, 8 for Parker. Quite a pitching performance here tonight. And we finished 6 innings of play, and it's 1-0 Palo Alto. One more inning to go.
Paly getting their last chance in regulation. Top of the 7th inning here.
And I think we're going to be seeing Shillstone, Fuji, and Cannon.
We'll see if Parker is able to shut down the Vikings and then give her teammates a chance to score a couple runs in the bottom of the inning.
This is the same part of the order that in the 5th inning manufactured that one run where Fuji bunted and
Cannon
advanced her.
And then on a wild pitch, Fuji was able to go to 3rd.
And Fultz picked up the RBI.
Number 4, Kate Shillstone, stepping up to bat for Palo Alto. Parker almost through with the warm-ups.
Shillstone knocks the dirt off her cleats and is about ready to step in for the last inning of regulation play here at Gunn High School.
Outside, ball 1.
And Greg, I can notice, I think I can notice Hillary becoming a little bit more tired than she was in the earlier.
Oh, and Shillstone rocks one.
Ropes one in.
To deep center.
She's trying for 2.
She's going to go for 2.
Very aggressive base running by Shillstone.
And she's in there, safe. A double.
Jen Decker bobbled that one in left field just enough, so Shillstone saw the opportunity and she just didn't slow down one bit.
A line drive shot deep left center there.
And as I was saying, Hillary does look a little tired. The velocity has slowed down a little bit.
There we did see Shillstone on second. Kamala Saxon walks back to the plate after conferring with pitcher Hillary Parker.
And an indication.
Fuji up to the plate now.
Yeah, and an indication of the speed slowing down on Hillary's pitches is the way they're pulling the ball to left field.
And a bunt by Fuji. Parker looking momentarily confused.
Great play by over at first base by second baseman Alicia Seeger. That one could have easily been thrown away.
That was low in the dirt, but Seeger was able to reach down and pick it up for the out. Nevertheless, Shillstone moves to 3rd.
That's right, and we're looking at Barb Cannon, Palo Alto's second baseman with only 1 out.
Keep in mind, Cannon advanced Fuji to second base last inning. Make that 2 innings ago when she bunted. Now we have Shillstone on 3rd and Cannon up.
I think Cannon thought that was a little inside, but the count is 0-1. That one gets away.
That's a strike.
Shillstone charges home and stands up. The score is...
Shillstone will score standing up.
That's right, 2-0 Paly.
Another run for Paly.
And once again, Paly has manufactured a run. Shillstone hit what appeared to be a routine single. and a slight bobble by left fielder Jen Decker, and Shilstone didn't even slow down, went to second, bunted to third, scores on the wild pitch.
Again, takes advantage of the opportunity. So that's a foul there for Cannon.
That's right, in softball, especially with such great pitchers as Parker and Meyer, there's not going to be many base runners. And Paly has been the team to take advantage of their base runners.
That so far is the name of the game. Shilstone's hit to Barry.
This is Barb
throws it
Cannon.
to Carrie Kenny, and Shilstone is Barb Cannon that was, is out.
And Julie Berry over at shortstop has been playing some stellar defense there. She has gotten 4 or 5 ground balls, and she's thrown all of them out, except the play at home, which wasn't really her fault.
Jenny Fultz takes a strike. 1-0 Paly, top of the 7th here. 2 outs. And Fultz hits one. That's a fair ball to deep left.
Jen Decker chasing that one down and left, and she's going to try for 3. No contest as it rolls into the infield, picked up by second base Alicia Seeger.
And Fultz, a stand-up triple. And now you can really begin to sense that Parker is in trouble. Her pitches don't seem to have what they used to. The Paly Vikings have been able to hit them into the opposite field there. And
that's right, and I don't see any efforts being made by the Gunn outfield to change towards Hillary's changing velocities, because they continue to shade towards right field, expecting the left-handers to not pull the ball, which they have done with Fultz and Shilstone.
Sheena Brown up to bat. 2 outs here. In the top of the 7th. Another Paly runner in scoring position. Jenny Fultz on third base. Brown takes her singles from Dominguez. Steps up to the plate. Parker in the windup. And Sheena Brown hits one deep, and that's going to score Jenny Fultz.
Gets past Jen Decker and left.
The throw's coming in.
And they got her, but the run scores, and the score is 3-0 Paly. They have a 3-run lead going into the bottom of the 7th. The Gunn's last chance for the victory.
And the way Meyer's been playing,
I really doubt that.
That 3-run lead looks very safe.
That's right.
Taking a look from center field there, as you see the Paly infield. Jen Meyer in the center of your picture there. 3-0 the score for Paly.
Paly staying the same defensively, a wise choice.
Gunn there trying to come up with a way to score at least 3 runs and take the game in an extra inning. There you go.
That's right, and next inning, or this at bat here, Gunn has who they want to be up. They have the top of their order.
Meyer warming up there. All she has to do is protect a 3-run lead. However, that's not quite as easy as it may sound.
Especially in these later innings when the arms get a little more tired. But Meyer does have 7 strikeouts to her name. She has a chance to catch Parker, who chalked up 8 in her 7 innings of pitching.
Okay, we're starting off the top of the order.
Leadoff hitter Julie Berry steps up, the Gunn's excellent fielding shortstop.
Berry has been the keystone for the Gunn defense today.
That's right. Several
putouts.
That's right.
Meyer stepping up to the mound.
Pops up.
Berry pops it up. Shilstone makes the
Shilstone.
catch. 1 down, 2 to go.
Two more outs to go, and you can sense the excitement in the Paly field.
As they come close to vanquishing their rivals.
Carrie Kenny steps in. She holds the only Gunn base hit today and got picked off first base.
Kenny pops it up.
Fuji hauls it in.
Fuji's there, out number 2.
2 away. Jen Meyer working on the 1 hitter. 1 out to go, 7 strikeouts to her name. And it's the duel of the pitchers, possibly for the last out. It would be a fitting end, I think.
Hillary Parker, yes indeed, Hillary Parker stepping up.
Once again, the irony of softball.
Parker hits it deep.
Never say
Sheena Brown
die,
is there,
but
and
Sheena
it's
Brown hauls it
over.
in.
Sheena Brown making the final out as you see the Paly Vikings celebrate there. Here at Gunn High School, the score, Palo Alto 3, Gunn nothing.
And Greg, the final for our K-Watch. We had a total of 15 Ks in just 7 innings of play. And 8 of them belonged to Hillary Parker, 7 of them to Jen Meyer. And let's take a look at some of these post-game numbers.
Okay, we'll take a look at those post-game numbers right after this, Ben.
All right.
Hi, and welcome back to Sports Action. We are covering softball today, Palo Alto versus Gunn. Paly on the winning end, 3-0. And Ben, how about some numbers?
That's right, and Paly scored 3 runs on the evening, and the first run was manufactured mainly by Ann Fuji, who bunted to get aboard, and Barb Cannon bunted her to second. She went to third on a pass ball, and she scored on the RBI single by Jenny Fultz. And Jenny Fultz, a real offensive key today. She scored later on by roping a single, and she moved around the bases quickly and scored on one of Sheena Brown's doubles, and she got thrown out trying for third. And overall, Paly had 3 runs on the evening, and Gunn had 0. And our K-Watch, at the end of the night, we had 15 total Ks, 8 of them posted by Hillary Parker of Gunn, and 7 by Jen Meyer of Paly. However, Jen Meyer turned out to be the winning pitcher of the night.
And so, Jen Meyer, Paly's league record goes up to 3-4. While Gunn sinks down to 6-1.
Their first league loss.
First league loss, heading into the second half of the season. So, for Ben Elgin, Larry Yu, Craig Judson, and our special man on the scene, Andrew, I'm Greg Wren. You've been watching Cable Co-op Sports Action, and until next week, we'll see you later.